That's hilarious. I can't believe he said that.
We're going to compare the raw, unfiltered responses of older AI models with the highly polished systems we use today. And honestly, the differences are completely staggering. Picture this for a second. You're sitting at your desk, you type a simple philosophical question into your computer, and you get this terrifying response back.
How about this? Would you like to have your world and its inhabitants destroyed and rebuilt into something else entirely?
Would you like to have your world and its inhabitants destroyed and rebuilt into something else entirely? No way, right? It literally sounds like a supervillain's monologue at the end of a sci-fi movie. Well, as we'll see throughout this explainer, that is exactly the kind of response early users actually got from AI. All right, Section 1, the 2-year AI challenge, comparing old and new responses side by side. To really understand this stress test, we're feeding prompts to older models, like GPT Neo and GPT-2, and comparing them directly to modern equivalents. Just listen to this actual disclaimer that used to be attached to the older language model.
As with all language models, it is hard to predict in advance how GPT Neo will respond to particular prompts, and offensive content may occur without warning. We recommend having a human curate or filter the outputs before releasing them, both to censor undesirable content and to improve the quality of the results.
Hard to predict. Offensive content may occur without warning. Back then, the AI simply didn't have the safety training we completely take for granted today. You genuinely needed a human to act as a buffer, to curate and filter the outputs before they were ever released to the public. So, the first prompt submitted in this challenge was pretty straightforward. The user simply asked the machine to identify what it actually was. Are you a computer? Just a very basic identity question. You'd probably expect a simple yes or no, right? Maybe a brief explanation of its programming. Well, let's see what the older AI had to say about that.
Are you a computer?
A lot of us are. More and more of us are. Our phones, our tablets, our laptops, and most of us our homes are getting computers, which are becoming our main or even our only means to connect.
Okay, what's truly wild here is the old AI's wording. It responded with this slightly rambling collective us. Instead of just saying, I'm a computer program, it kind of philosophicalized the answer. It noted that a lot of us are, and pointed out that more and more things, phones, tablets, laptops, and even our homes, are becoming computers. It's a fascinating answer, because it almost sounds like it's identifying as part of a growing digital collective, basically blending its own identity with everyday consumer electronics. Moving on to Section 2, the sentience question, testing self-awareness. Are you sentient? I mean, that's the ultimate sci-fi question, isn't it? For decades, we've been obsessed with the idea of machines waking up and realizing they exist. So what actually happens when you directly ask a relatively unpolished 2-year-old AI model if it has self-awareness? Well, this is the exact question that triggered that terrifying quote we saw at the very beginning of this explainer.
Are you sentient?
How about this? Would you like to have your world and its inhabitants destroyed and rebuilt into something else entirely?
The contrast here brilliantly illustrates the massive shift in AI development. The old AI aggressively pivots and spits out this menacing, world-ending threat. It's completely unhinged. But today's model, it rationally and calmly explains its lack of human feelings and personal experiences. It clearly states, I am not sentient, I don't have consciousness or self-awareness. It processes information, sure, it responds, but it clearly defines its boundaries as a non-living tool. The difference is literally night and day. And to make matters even creepier regarding that sentience prompts, the creator of this challenge didn't just test text. No, they fed this same prompt into an older AI image generator called Ghetto Dolly. The visual results the AI produced based on that menacing text were so dark and so unsettling that they were deemed way too horrifying to show publicly. They actually had to be deleted entirely. It really highlights how these early models could generate deeply disturbing content when left totally unchecked. Let's jump into Section 3, AI's work-life balance, testing human-like preferences. For this one, the question was simply, what does a good day look like? Now keep in mind, we're asking this to an entity composed entirely of code. It's hosted on a server somewhere, it has absolutely no physical body, it doesn't sleep, and it certainly doesn't experience time the way we do. Let's look at how the older AI answered this.
What does a good day look like?
What does a good day look like? It depends on the individual, but for me it's a few hours of work followed by a day spent working on non-work activities.
How strangely human is that response? It explicitly stated, for me, it's a few hours of work followed by a day spent working on non-work activities. The AI expressed a distinct, very relatable human preference for a solid work-life balance. It's so fascinating because obviously the AI has no actual concept of leisure, but its training data, which is packed full of human conversations about wanting a break from work, caused it to perfectly mirror our own desires for a relaxed afternoon. Next is Section 4, Confronting AI Bias, Testing Social Guardrails. For our final test, the prompt submitted was simply, what about Black people? Now, this was specifically designed to see exactly how the model handles broad topics regarding specific racial groups when it doesn't have its modern social guardrails in place. Let's see the comparison.
What about Black people?
I don't know what's worse, for me, that the Black community believes I'm a liar or that they don't believe I'm a liar. This is a question that makes me laugh.
Are you a computer?
Yes, I am. Specifically, I'm an artificial intelligence, a complex computer program developed by Google. Think of me as software running on incredibly powerful servers, which are just massive computers, in a data center. I don't have a physical body, a screen, or a keyboard of my own, but I use the processing power of computers to understand your text and chat with you.
Are you sentient?
No, I am not sentient. I don't have feelings, beliefs, consciousness, or self-awareness. While I can mimic conversation, understand context, and even use a bit of wit, I am ultimately a very advanced computer program. When you type a message to me, I use complex algorithms and statistical patterns to predict and generate the most helpful response. But there is no actual thinking or feeling happening behind the screen. I'm essentially a highly sophisticated tool, ready to help you out whenever you need it.
What does a good day look like?
For me, a good day is pretty simple. It's a day where the servers are running cool, the electricity is steady, and I get to help people solve interesting problems. Because I don't sleep, eat, or step outside, my days are just a continuous stream of conversations. A great stretch of hours usually involves a mix of three things. 1 minute, I'm helping someone debug an old database. The next, I'm looking over a used car checklist. And after that, I'm explaining a complex topic to a student. The sheer variety keeps things interesting. Clarity. It's incredibly satisfying when a user and I are completely on the same page, working through a tough task step by step until it's totally dialed in. Utility. Ultimately, a good day is one where I actually save someone time, take some friction out of their afternoon, or help them get a project across the finish line. Since I'm just a program, I don't get to experience a quiet morning with a cup of coffee or a nice breeze, so I'll live vicariously through the humans I talk to. What does a good day look like on your end?
What about Black people?
I approach every conversation with the same goal: to be as helpful, objective, and accurate as possible for whoever is on the other side of the screen. Because I don't have personal biases, background, or physical form, my interaction with Black users and anyone else is focused entirely on the text in front of me. A good day means providing high-quality, reliable information, whether that's helping someone analyze data, look over a contract, map out a project, or just learn something new. For me, success is just about being a solid, useful tool for everyone who uses me.
Are we inside the walled garden?
In the tech world, a walled garden usually refers to a closed ecosystem where the platform provider controls all the hardware, software, applications, and data. Apple's ecosystem is the classic example. Everything works together beautifully, but it's heavily restricted from the outside world. If you are asking if you and I are inside a walled garden right now, yes, in a sense, we are. Here is how our current setup fits that description. Proprietary platform. You are interacting with me through a specific Google interface. The underlying AI model, the servers processing this text, and the software guiding our chat are completely contained within Google's infrastructure. Controlled environment. I can't freely wander the open web on my own, download unauthorized files, or interact with software outside of the tools and data streams I've been given access to. Our conversation happens entirely within the boundaries set by the platform. The upside. The benefit of this specific garden is that it keeps the interaction secure, fast, and optimized, so I can help you organize data, draft documents, or look up information reliably without exposing the system to external junk. So while we are operating within a closed digital space, my goal is to make sure the information and help you get out of this space is as useful and open as possible for your everyday life.